Hi guys, I just wanted to do a quick video to give you some help for first time buyers specifically. The order that I would probably start in is with looking at mortgages first of all, because before you go and start looking at properties and viewing, you want to make sure that you're looking at properties that are in the right price bracket for you. Make sure that you can not only afford it, but also it's going to be comfortable to afford and you can have a life outside of a mortgage. Second thing I would probably do is just to get some basic quotes on solicitors, so that you can sit down and get a bit of an idea of how much this is going to cost you from start to finish, which will help you with your saving for a deposit and your budgeting. The third thing I would do is to set up alerts on Rightmove and Zoopla and any other portals that you might subscribe to. I think those are the two main ones. So that you get an email come through every day in the areas that you're looking at, and it'll tell you about all the new to the market properties, and it'll also tell you about all the properties that have recently had a price reduction. I would also, once you're at the point where you're confident to go out and view and you've got everything else in order, start registering with local agents that typically do well in that area that you're looking to buy. Once you've got that sorted, they'll probably be putting some properties in front of you, or the portals will be, so that you can go out and commit to a viewing, and perhaps it might be worth taking somebody with you, whether that's a friend or a relative or a partner, or sometimes I find that two sets of eyes can be better than one, and particularly if it's somebody that's bought or sold properties in the past, then that might be particularly useful for you. They might know a little bit more about what it is that you should be looking out for, and they might pick up on things that you might not necessarily have done. When you're out viewing and you're registering with estate agents, you'll probably find they, if they're pretty good, they should be offering you some form of mortgage advice. That's not necessarily a bad thing. I would take them up on it. Have a chat with them. I'd probably say to speak to at least 2 or 3 guys before you make a decision on who you're going to use to do your mortgage application before you commit, because ultimately you want to make sure that you're getting the very best possible deal for you, and obviously different brokers and providers have got different rates that are available to them at any one time. When you're on the viewing, I think it's really important that you, I know it sounds like real common sense this, but be very polite and friendly towards the sellers. You might find yourself a bit later on down the line where you have put an offer in which is at a similar level to somebody else, but if they remember you as being really enthusiastic and positive and nice towards them, that could well be the difference between your offer and their offer being accepted. That's something to bear in mind. And I always recommend as well that you give good honest feedback, again being as nice as you can, but if you said to them, look, do you know what, I could not stand the colour of the front door, then tell them, because if that's something that's relevant, it could well help them sell, and they'll appreciate your feedback, at least they should. Also, when you're leaving your feedback, I'd also always recommend to say, look, you know, this is what I thought about it, and this is how much it would be worth to me. Not necessarily making an offer straight away unless that you've decided that's the one for you, just to kind of test the waters a little bit. If you've got any other questions, or there's subjects that in particular you want me to go through, please do feel free to drop me a message on here or on Facebook.